I'd like to review 3 rifles that don't seem to get a lot of attention. They're 22 rifles made by Marlin, and I know that everybody out there loves the 1022. I like it too. But hands down, if somebody said, which 22 rifle would you take for accuracy? I'd take a Marlin any day of the week. This one here is a brand new, I actually just bought it this week, Marlin Model XT22. 7-round clip, bolt action, not semi-auto. Tomorrow we'll get into some accuracy testing. All I'm going to use here is the Remington 22 Thunderbolt, which I can tell you already is not the greatest stuff. Most of you probably already know that, but it's also all I can find. So, couple things that I noticed on this, and I have had this out and shot it, by the way, just to get the scope zeroed. But this is a Leopold Mark AR, by the way, which is a great scope. So the fit and finish on the new Marlins, which these are now made in Kentucky, is a little bit less than desired, but it's still a great gun. It still has, this particular gun has the 22-inch, it's got the micro groove barrel, but one thing I noticed is the bolt was pretty tight closing. So you have this sort of a bearing surface right here, and on the back side right here, and how this works is this comes up and slides right across there. Now, right now, it's quite smooth. Before, I was actually marring the metal in here, mostly in here. For whatever reason, it didn't mar too bad back here. But so what I did was I took everything apart, and I took some 1000 grit sandpaper and I sanded this down real good. Actually, after filing it, I had to file all the marred metal off of this thing. So I took some 1000 grit sandpaper, and I cleaned this up real nice, and then I took a Dremel with a buffing pad with some liquid ebony, which you could use any rubbing compound, and just buff this up real nice, and so it's a mirror finish. And then I put some what I use is Tetra. So I've got some Tetra gun here. This works real good. It's basically just a grease, and I put a nice little face of grease here, and I also make sure that this is coated real nice right back here too. So now it's no big deal. This was almost a two-handed job, and no joke, two-handed almost. One to hang death grip on the gun, the other one was ramming this thing down. So now, nice and smooth. Other than that, the gun seems to be in pretty good shape. The other thing I did was I did a trigger job. I'm not going to get into the trigger job on this. If you'd like to know how to do it, throw it in the comments and I'll make a video of it. I'm a little bit leery of that because you can screw this up pretty quick. I've got this trigger now down to about a pound. Actually, it's 14 ounces. So so this is one of them. So let's take a look at, because we're going to kind of do a comparison on the Marlin rifle. So let's take a look at the next one in line. All right, next up is the Marlin Model 60, probably the most famous, maybe not quite, but probably pretty close to the most famous Marlin rifle out there. Semi-automatic, 14 rounds, tube fed. We also bought this one at the same time as we bought the XT22. What a great little gun. I grew up with one of these. Of course, I had the wood stock before these synthetic stocks were even available, I think. But they're a great gun. My son shot this. We got this sighted in. It's a little BSA scope. I think it was on Amazon for like 20 bucks. But good little scope for a rimfire rifle. He put almost 14 rounds through the same hole, one big jagged hole at 50 yards. We do use a little bit of a bench rest. Use this here to support the front, but you know, my son's 10 years old, so little bit of assistance is okay. I really have no complaints about this. This one was also made in Kentucky. Great little gun, super accurate. No hang-ups, no jams, no nothing. The only thing we did have a misfire ammo problem. Thanks, Remington. But not a firearm problem. So good little gun with the synthetic stock. Very lightweight. I forget the weight off the top of my head, but very lightweight. Just a great little gun. So let's take a look at the other one we have on the shelf. All right, this one here is the model 795. So the difference really is the Model 60 has a 19-inch barrel. This one has an 18-inch barrel. So the Model 60 is a little bit longer, but the other difference is no tube. This is a clip fed. This is a 10-round clip. Now the XT22 is a 7-round clip. So a little bit of a difference. Also semi-auto. So again, the action is the same as the Model 60. There's virtually no difference. Synthetic stock, same safety, same, you know, it's basically the same gun. We just bought this one actually today. So we purchased 3 guns this week, and we're going to take them out and compare them and get some shots on paper at probably 50 and you know, maybe 100 yards. Look at the accuracy again. I'm not gonna put too much weight into the accuracy because I don't have the best bullets. You know, I've got the Remington Thunderbolts. They're great plinking rounds, but you know, if I want to drive tacks at 100 yards, I'm not counting on those. So so we're gonna take this out tomorrow, and I'll make sure that we attach all the videos from the shooting to this here too, so you can see what we've done and give you a good idea of what these Marlins can do. Again, all 3 rifles are great.